The monsters that appear in various horror films have always been seen as fictional, and it is practically impossible for them to exist. But many legends and stories from all over the world speak of creatures very similar to those we have seen in the cinema walking among us. Next, you will see the story of some movie monsters which, although it seems impossible to believe, could exist in real life. Number 5. We begin our list with a film published in 1956 called Ropin. In it, a giant monster resembling a pterodactyl threatens to destroy the city of Tokyo. Incredible as it may seem, among the Aborigines of Papua New Guinea, there is a legend of a monumental flying reptile called Ropin. Ropin is supposed to go out only at night to look for some snacks among the lonely men. The resemblance of this creature to the aforementioned pterodactyl, a Jurassic flying dinosaur, leads one to think of a specimen or group of specimens that got stuck in evolution and somehow managed to survive to our era. Number 4. Among the stories of the popular fiction detective Sherlock Holmes, there is one that stands out since it was taken to the movies. It is the Hound of the Baskervilles. In history, a dog of monumental size harassed the Baskerville family. Today, it is believed that Arthur Conan Doyle was inspired by real events to create this particular monster. It is said that the Gauls had a legend in which a ghost dog of disturbingly large size roamed the woods. But something particularly disturbing is that among these people, there were many bloody deaths that, judging by the terrible tusk wounds, could only be credited to a giant dog. Even today, there isn't a more realistic explanation for these events. Number 3. The Bermuda Depths is a 1978 film. In it, a young man is obsessed with a monstrous prehistoric turtle that he saw as a child circling the Bermuda Triangle. It happens that many people in real life have claimed to see such beings, not in Bermuda, but in an inhospitable lake in Indiana. There have been many sightings, but all coincide in having seen immeasurably large turtles, weighing at least a ton. What is most disturbing about all this is that these creatures are not particularly peaceful, but have been very aggressive. Number 2. There's a 1958 movie called The Blob. In it, from outer space comes a strange gelatinous creature that devours every living being so that its flesh contributes to its own growth, thus ending with almost all the people it destroys and, therefore, growing to a size of monumental dimensions. It's all very funny when you see it on a TV screen, until you find out that around the world's oceans, creatures similar to the Blob are seen all the time, a kind of formless being that swims, twisting in the waters. No one really knows what these strange creatures are. Despite this, some believe that it is some giant relative of the octopus that comes from the abysmal and unexplored depths. Others say that they are a type of sea snake that has lost its bone structure to survive under extreme environments. But in the end, there is nothing to confirm these assumptions. Number 1. In 1953, a film called The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms was released on the big screen. In it, a nuclear explosion defrosts an area in the ice in which a prehistoric creature was preserved. The being, which reaches a size of 98 feet or more, reaches the island of Manhattan, completely destroying the city, until the protagonist manages to kill the creature. However, in the Middle Ages, in an area of France, there was the legend of a giant reptile that lived in the provinces, terrorizing and devouring the population mercilessly. The monster bore the name Peluda, and the only way to stop it was by cutting off its tail, its only weak point. According to legend, Peluda was a supernatural being, a demon, sent to destroy human beings. Zero Zone. Sharktopus is a science fiction film of the year 2010. In it, a group of scientists creates a creature, half shark, half octopus, that, of course, gets out of control and threatens the population off the coasts of North America. As far-fetched as it may sound, a similar creature is known to inhabit a desolate island in the Bahamas called Andros. What is understood, according to the sightings, is that it has the characteristics of an octopus, but with shark elements. To contribute to the strange sightings, it is known that on Andros Island, the US government maintains a secret military base. It is believed that genetic experiments with animals are carried out there. Perhaps it did happen like shown in the film? Did an experiment go out of control and manage to escape into the waters surrounding the island? Many monstrous film creatures are but a reflection of what really terrifies some populations in the world. If these creatures really exist, or if they are a product of suggestion, so far no one has been able to say for sure. Until then, it is up to you to judge the facts.